Great Scott Brick Fanatics! LEGO Creator Expert 10300 Back to the Future is one of the sleekest, most accurate looking Creator Expert vehicles that LEGO have ever released. It's a bold statement, but stick around and I'll show you exactly why this set is destined to become a future classic. You guys are definitely ready for this, and your kids are going to love it too. The Creator Expert theme already has an impressive array of movie vehicles within the back catalogue, and although LEGO has released a DeLorean before, 2013's 21103 The DeLorean Time Machine, fans have been clamouring for a large-scale model for years. This latest release is bigger, better and far more detailed than we could have hoped for. It's a seriously impressive LEGO set and one that Back to the Future fans will absolutely love. But how does it hold up against other LEGO Creator Expert vehicles, and will people who aren't fans of the film, if in fact they do exist, enjoy this as much? A lot has been said about the LEGO for Adults art style. The black box has divided the fan base. However, in this instance, it really highlights just how good looking the DeLorean actually is. It also feels in keeping with the source material, with lightning bolts and smoke surrounding the model. It's sleek, it's stylish, and it does a great job of getting you excited for what's inside. The instruction manual contains the usual informative introduction, coupled with some excellent film stills. What's more, the foreword has been written by none other than Bob Gale, co-writer and co-creator of the Back to the Future trilogy. An excellent touch that fans will no doubt love. During the three films, the car undergoes a number of aesthetic appearances, from its original look in the first film, to the moment it takes to the skies in the second, this is one LEGO set that doesn't need roads, to its cobbled together appearance in the third. Each look is distinctively different. Choosing which of its three looks to represent must have been a real challenge. Thankfully, the designers have included the parts to build whichever is your favourite. A few tweaks to the base model will transform the DeLorean into its appearance from any one of the three films. Regardless of which one you end up choosing to build, the opening stages focus on the construction of this base model. It's a straightforward start, but pretty quickly into the build you'll be constructing the mechanism for the retractable wheels. The designers considered making the set with the wheels in rebuildable positions, but quickly realised if this set was to feel that extra bit special, they needed to ensure the wheels could fold up and down authentically. It was a smart choice, as it adds so much to not only the build experience and design, but to the overall quality and look of the final model too. The mechanism is a fairly intricate and involved build, utilising Technic gears, bars, lift arms and elastic bands to create two sub-assemblies that connect to a large handle hidden under the chassis. Flicking the handle one way or another allows the wheels to smoothly rise up and down, putting the DeLorean into hover mode and back again. It's a very smart design, not to mention satisfying and very robust. How do I know it's robust? Because I've been fiddling about with it like this on a daily basis ever since I built it. The most intriguing aspect about this build is rather than large sub-assemblies that connect together to form the larger model, it feels more like a collection of much smaller builds, some no bigger than 5 or 6 studs long, that slot into the framework, slowly building up the details. The top of the roof, the sides of the bonnet and the rear headlamps being just some examples. In certain places, it is a little simplistic in design, but that's not a negative. It just shows that sometimes you don't need to use advanced techniques or even overcomplicate things just for the sake of it. The sub-assembly that makes up the wing door mechanism, for example, uses just 2 modified plates with Technic pinholes at the bottom and a single Technic pin connecting the two. It's probably one of the most straightforward designs that have gone into the functions of a Creator Expert vehicle, however it's smooth and incredibly effective. Techniques like this are spread throughout the build, and this set's simplicity in design is also its brilliance. That isn't to say there aren't flashes of innovation woven throughout the design. The wheel arches feel completely unique when compared to other Creator Expert vehicles. The shaping created around the front bumper looks incredibly accurate. From the headlamps to the way the drum lacquered parts wrap around the front all look very impressive. And the exterior detail exhibits some really clever parts usage. But nothing quite compares to building the iconic Flux capacitor. It is, after all, what makes time travel possible. The instantly recognisable 3 prongs of the capacitor are built using a grappling hook element, appearing in flat silver for the first time. It's a simple build, but one that fans will no doubt absolutely love putting together. Thankfully, this Flux capacitor doesn't take 1.21 gigawatts to operate. 1.21 gigawatts? The colour scheme is a mix of light grey, dark grey, flat silver and drum lacquered silver, which looks incredibly effective. Obviously, a model built entirely from drum lacquered silver parts would be phenomenal, but would also be phenomenally expensive. Instead, the designers have used the drum lacquered parts to accentuate highlights, giving the final model a sheen and shine when it catches the light. It looks excellent, and as a compromise from a fully drum lacquered model, it's very effective. Once the base model is completed, it's up to you to decide which version of the DeLorean you want to complete. Each look is incredibly authentic, especially the design that's gone into the bonnet. I'm honestly a little bit enamoured by this section of the build. There's just something about it, more so than any other element of the model, that just captures the unmistakable look of the DeLorean perfectly. It's actually a really tough choice which to build, or at least which to display. Fans will no doubt want to construct all three before deciding, but thankfully, modifying the base model for each different look is not a particularly time-consuming process, probably taking around 20 minutes to construct all three. To finish the set, a UCS-style display plaque is also included. The final model is incredibly accurate, capturing all the sleek designs, angles and shaping of the iconic machine. From up close it looks absolutely superb, and from afar it's one of those rare Lego sets that doesn't really look like Lego. Now that's not going to be to everybody's tastes, but as a representation of the DeLorean, this is absolutely superb. Unusually, this particular Creator Expert set also includes two exclusive minifigures. Doc Brown in his vibrant yellow outfit that he wears at the end of Back to the Future and the beginning of Back to the Future 2, and Marty McFly also dressed in his outfit from the early scenes from the second film. They are exclusive to this set and will no doubt prove to become incredibly desirable. The printing on both is exceptional, with both characters featuring printing that extends from the torso down to the legs, with Marty even having printing around the side of the legs. The inclusion of minifigures within this theme is incredibly rare, but always a welcome addition, especially when they look this good. Overall, the build is a really enjoyable experience, even if it's not the most complicated within the theme. However, what it lacks in ingenuity, it more than makes up for in deceptively simple techniques. It's a great example of a model demonstrating that sometimes the simplest solutions are also the best. More than that though, the final model is absolutely stunning and its design is without faults. The detailing is spot on, the shaping is perfect, the colours feel right, and just about everything about it feels like it's designed by someone who clearly loves the franchise and loves the DeLorean. The only thing it doesn't do is travel through time. But when a set is this good, it's a negative that can be overlooked. If by now you can't tell just how good this set is, then hello McFly, is there anyone there? Go and buy this the minute it comes out, as I genuinely believe it will fly off the shelves as quickly as it's put on them. And there you have it. Please support the work Brick Fanatics does, like bringing you this review, by purchasing your copy of 10300 Back to the Future using our affiliate links. And remember, for all your LEGO news, reviews and more, head over to brickfanatics.com now. Right, I'm going to make like a tree and get out of here. It's leave, you idiot. And its design is without faults. Rocky! Shut up! Rocky! Wait! Rocky!